What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming to you guys today with some updates on the new monster revealed in Flame of Destruction. So, we finally have a name for our fly friend. His name is Greatfly. Okay. Not too many people like the name. I don't really mind it. I'm more concerned about the effect in summoning it and what it could potentially do in the future for when it comes out and what it does on online play, because of course people are probably getting ready to update their systems to have this in it. So, Greatfly, Link to Wind Insect, Link Monster. They didn't, YGO Pro did not put the conditions to summon this monster on here. Well, if you can't read Japanese well, or you need some translation help, it says 2 wind monsters, in the text, and then the rest as follows. Points bottom left, bottom right. You can only use the second effect of Greatfly once per turn. Its first effect, all wind monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Also, all earth monsters on the field lose 400 attack and defense. So it's the same effect as the original Bladefly, where it give 500 attack and defense to all wind monsters, and all earth monsters lost 400 attack and defense. Look at its predecessors, Doolittle Chimera, Miss Starboy, and Malignant Radius, where they also do the same thing for their respective attributes and then their conflicting attributes. Greatfly is Malignant's conflicting attribute, Earth to Wind, Wind to Earth. Miss Starboy, Doolittle Chimera, Fire to Water, Water to Fire. And then, of course, when Witch's Apprentice in Hoshinigan gets printed, Light to Dark, Dark to Light. And, of course, that whole conflicting things of chaos in the middle. But, so, and in the second effect, in the effect you can only use once a turn, if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, you can target one wind monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So, this card, Greatfly, is the buff and the bonus that wind decks needed. For someone who plays a wind attributed deck, this is the perfect monster that we needed. We needed a Link monster. It points similar to the Code Talker, except it doesn't point up, which is fine. It gives a ton of monsters in the extra deck. I want to look at this in two different sets. I want to look at this as a Harpie player, and I want to look at this as a regular Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm going to start with the Yu-Gi-Oh player part. Say for instance, this card, you can run this with Wind Witch. If you decide not to, maybe if you have enough Wind Witches on the field or enough Wind Monsters on the field and corresponding with Wind Witch, you can easily make this monster. It gives your wind monsters buffs. You can, if you're playing Invoked Wind Witch, this is a great asset because I think it's Raijin, the Wind Fusion monster. Bonus is right there. I don't know about Shadal because I don't know if they go into Wendigo, but it's a benefit card to get to buff up Wendigo. Yosenju, if you're playing Yosenju, if you decide to go into your extra deck, this will be a great monster going in your extra deck because it'll give your Yosenju monsters buffs. It can retrieve Yosenju monsters from the graveyard, which is always a plus. You also can look at this in the terms of it gives a wind extra deck retrieval monster, so that you can get those monsters in the graveyard that were sent to the graveyard and add them back to hand. So all it needs to do is really be destroyed by battle or card effect, which isn't too hard. When you look at it, the buff part, in terms of stats, it becomes a 1900 attacker. So in most retrospective, with Link monsters, you generically want a 1900. You want someone with at least 2000 or more. But the fact that it hits the field at 19 and gives everyone else a buff means other stuff can help swing over stuff in addition. And then say if you get like Mirror Force, Turn to Tribute, or just, Massive Destruction, you can retrieve what you've lost. It may be one card you retrieve and you lost, but it is still a retrieval and you can still benefit from it. Say when you do play stuff like Wind Witch, or you play stuff like Yosenju. And other wind decks possibly that come to mind, You know, if people are playing Mist Valley, if people are playing, I, there's a lot of wind decks I can say. Gusto, if you're playing, Speedroid, because they're a wind deck as well. You know, go get your Terra Top, go get your Tepi Timborg. I'm trying to think of some other wind monsters, but like I said, this is, when you look at it at that standpoint, you have a lot of options. It's just what options can fit in with the Greatfly. Now, let's look at it from the Harpie perspective. This is kind of the monster that Harpies have been asking for. Harpie players have been asking for. It's not quintessentially the Harpie monster we're looking for, but it is an essential to how our deck plays. We don't have to waste so many monsters to make, what is it? I can't remember his name. Firewall Dragon. Firewall, even though he points up, down, left, right, you know, he technically would need 4 monsters to make, i.e. you would need Scapegoat, whereas Greatfly just needs 2 wind monsters. When you look at a large portion of our extra deck, you have Castell, you have Lightning Chidori, you have Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, wind monsters who, from this buff, can actually not only defend themselves, but can do more damage. You also look at it with the Harpie Ladies themselves. In addition to Harpie Lady 1, you give an additional buff to Queen, Chandler, Harpist, and Dancer. And those protective monsters not only can become beaters, but they have the additional 500 stats to defend themselves in case. They also have the additional 500 attack to be offensive. In retrieval aspects, you can go get your pieces. You can go get your Chandlers back. You can get your Queen, your Harpist, your Dancer, so that you can use them again, as well as your Harpie Lady, whichever variation of Harpie Lady you want, because of the fact that this does not restrict level, as where you look at a card like Harpie Harpist, who, unfortunately, she does restrict attack, and she doesn't restrict level, but she restricts attack. You can splash in Tepi Timborg and, what is it? I forgot the other speedrun. I just said his name. Tepi Timborg and Terra Top. If you want to get into this real quickly, you know, search some of the Terra Top, search for the Tepi Timborg, search for the Tepi Timborg, go into Bladefly, summon your Harpie Chandler, activate Harpie Chandler, search for summon a Harpie from your deck, make a Link monster, and then make another monster and go from there. You can make 2 Greatflies. So you have options. You know, this is just a really good offensive and defensive card. This is a good recovery card. So, you know, I'm really excited to finally have this as an option. It does cut a large portion of monsters out of my extra deck because, to be honest, you know, some of these cards require 3 or more, where this is a monster that just requires 2. Some people look at it as a bad stat, but I look at it as a great stat. I do apologize, you guys, because my Facebook's been going crazy since the repost. But, you know, I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to get to use this when it comes to TCG. I'm pretty sure some of the online simulators are getting ready to update now that they have not only attacking the name and the typing and whatnot, but they're pretty sure they're going to start getting ready to update it so that this card can be usable online play. I'm really excited to see this. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm probably going to get a set. Not to mention, like I said in the other video, I still want to get one of each of the other 3. And then the other 2 when they come out. The Hoshinigan Link Monster and the Witch's Apprentice Link Monster. And I can't wait to see what those look like. So, alright guys, so this is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about Greatfly. What things you can see this card doing for not only wind monsters, but, you know, just for the general game, and what benefits this can do for your deck if you're deciding to play it, as well as, you know, how do you feel about the name, because I'm sure a lot of people are not happy about the name. But, you know, really excited to see this card. Can't wait for Flames of Destruction in May. So like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you guys, HCJ signing out. Take care.